What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? NoZoupForYou here, and 0.9.5 is here. And I am absolutely exhausted. This is my first full work week since I've come back to work, coming off paternity leave. And it's kicking my butt already. Having to deal with work from home. Luckily, I'm at home, and having to deal with kids at the same time, twins, while my wife watches them and I help her. It's insane. And sleep is not coming easy. It's not. You know, no one tells you how loud kids are or babies are when they're trying to sleep. They're very loud. They make strange noises in the middle of the night that wake you up and make you come rushing over to make sure they're okay, but that's beside the point. First and foremost, I want to thank JBlore7. You're the man. He provided me with my new logo, and I've actually created some shirts with that logo, so if you want to support my channel, my YouTube channel, feel free to purchase one. Take a look at them. They're in a Teespring shot. I'll put the link up there for you right now in the description of this video. I've also got my tried and true, trusted, I drink and I sing things shirt based off Game of Thrones, and that seems to be really popular. So that's still out there and always will be. But back to the topic at hand, 0.9.5, and this was actually a pretty big patch. We had a lot of changes in it, and many for the better. So the first thing you'll notice when you log in, you got a nice snappy new video regarding the dockyards. It stutters a little bit. The audio on mine cut out about halfway through, so I don't know if that's just because it's the first time it was playing or it's an actual bug, but it kind of did put a damper on it. I was looking forward to seeing it, and you know, the audio cuts out. You don't get the cool sound effects, but it is what it is. So you get into your port, and if you had a Moskva, you'll notice that it was moved over to the premium side of things, and you'll have the Alexander Nevsky instead. That is the first, well, I guess not big change, but that's a change right there, along with the fact that the Russian cruiser line has finally been split. On to the Dockyard. The Dockyard is probably the biggest thing that you're going to see right now, and a lot of you are probably thinking Puerto Rico and the debacle that happened with the Puerto Rico, but Wargaming had stated that this is not going to be another Puerto Rico incident. They've made changes so that things will be a little more transparent up front, and you're not going to wind up in a situation where all of a sudden 30,000 doubloons get sprung on you. That would kind of be ridiculous if they did that again, and it would have shown they haven't learned anything. So I think they have learned a little bit. To get things started and kicked off, there's an 8,000 doubloon package that you can buy that helps you jump to within 2 tiers of getting the Admiral Graf Spee, which is one of 2 ships you get. The other ship being the Tier 8 Odin. And again, you know, the Dockyard, it's one of those things where personally, Odin's okay. I don't think it's spectacular. If you want to go for it, sure. According to Wargaming, you can complete 18 out of the 20 shipbuilding phases by finishing directives alone. However, you do need to spend doubloons to progress through at least 2 of the 20 phases. So they're very upfront about that. They're not trying to lie to you there. And the event's going to span from 0.9.5 to 0.9.6. So again, 20 shipbuilding phases. About midway through, you get the Graf Spee. If you finish it, you get the Odin, which again, it's all right. It's not horrible. It's not great. A lot of fun can be had in it, and up close brawls, but it's taken a little bit of a nerf. But still, for collectors and people that want German ships, yeah, it might be your thing. So, you know what? It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you to do it one way or another. Another thing that has been updated, combat missions, they're a little easier to see now, and that's actually kind of the driving thing between this patch and the past ones we've had. There's been a lot of UI updates and changes, which have really helped out and made things better. It's a lot easier to see the combat missions now. It doesn't take forever. You see right off the bat the awards you're going to get, or the rewards, not the awards. So Wargaming is really doing a good job just completely updating things that are old and need updating. And it's not like, you know, World of Warplanes 2.0 where they just completely came out with what amounted to being a new game. Wargaming is slowly but surely bringing this game up to speed now that we're 5 years down the road, and they've been able to monitor the game and see where the slowdowns are and everything else. And I think we all know that UI has been one of the biggest pain points in this game, and especially if you have a lot of ships. Your port just takes forever, and they're slowly fixing that. The Armory has also been reworked. It's a lot more fluid now, and at first when I logged in, it took a little bit for me to figure it out. Or not figure it out, but I was just so taken aback by how different it is. I was like, whoa, this is a lot different. Poor Keanu Reeves imitation right there, and I don't even know why I tried doing that. But yeah, it's a lot different, but once you get used to it, it's a lot easier to navigate through, and it's just another cool little UI tweak. Unique upgrades have been changed as well. Wargaming started the process of updating those. So the current concept provides an additional opportunity to mount an upgrade with special but balanced bonuses in comparison with regular upgrades. So I think this is going to be for every ship and not just, you know, your tier 10s with their legendary upgrades. These are going to replace the legendary upgrades. So now you have unique upgrades, and you can decide whether or not you want them. Once again, we already touched on the Moskva. Moskva has been moved over to premium land. I guess it was just too good. Replacing it in the light cruiser line is the Nevsky, and you know, that's the gameplay that you're going to see a little bit of. Nevsky it's an interesting ship. It's got pretty fast firing guns. It's not the weakest ship in the world, but yes, you can get rocked if you're not careful. I'm kind of liking her. I'm digging her. You know, I've tested her before. It's definitely not small and broken whatsoever. I feel that she's pretty even-keeled and has a role. Pretty good at hunting destroyers because of her fast reload and HE, and the fact that she has that normal Russian god tier radar, so that's a good use for her. Great AA. Overall, I think you all are going to like her. If you haven't had a chance to play her yet, I think you'll like her. So it's not one of those ships that is out there and it's like, oh, don't bother researching this one. It takes a little while to get used to, because if you've been playing the Moskva a lot, it is definitely not a Moskva. If you play it like a Moskva, you're going to be in for a little bit of not only disappointment, but a little bit of pain as well. This update, this patch, we've got ranked sprint incoming. This is going to be tier 8 ships in an 8 versus 8 format. And that will be coming to us on June 24th. Your top prize for that is going to be 10,000 coal and 500,000 credits. And loads of signals. And these maps are going to be Haven, Fault Line, Greece, Northern Waters, and Loop. So, once again, you know, ranked sprint, a lot of players like it because it's something you can rank out on if you're time starved. So 10,000 coal is not the most, but it's not usually about the awards with ranked sprint. It's just about sprinting to the end and doing it. Clan Brawls, we've got some interesting news here. June 20th, we're going to have a 3v3 format in tier 10 ships with a limit of 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer per team. Reward for that, 3,500 coal, 2,500,000 credits, and 100,000 Elite Commander XP. That actually should be pretty interesting. And then Clan Brawl 11 will begin on July 4th. Tier 8 ships in a 4v4 format. 1 of each ship type per team, so I don't know how that's going to work when each team has an aircraft carrier and you've only got 4 ships. I mean, that's like... let's not get started about that. You know the issues there. 1 aircraft carrier can more than easily handle 3 other ships, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works out, and that might be a huge pain point. A couple visual improvements on some maps. Raptor Rescue got a workover. Things look a little cleaner there. Greece got another workover. Things are a little different there as well, and unfortunately that little island in the middle with the teeth, if you know what I'm talking about, where you can see through it, that is no longer there. It is gone. I'm a little sad about that. The little crocodile. It actually does kind of look like a crocodile. So, daily shipments are here. Between June 10th and 24th, you can get your free daily shipments just for logging on. You don't even have to play. A lot of credits, some camouflage, even less coal, and about 50 doubloons and 1 day of premium. So not the most rewarding, but it is what it is. So that's 0.9.5 in a nutshell. Big changes in the way of UI. Finally get that Russian cruiser split. And we have Dockyard again. So that's that. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're doing wonderful. Once again, that link for the t-shirt is in the description of this video. Again, if you want to support this channel and what I do, the best way to do that is purchasing a t-shirt, and you can rock that. Maybe, hopefully, one day when COVID is over and my twins are a little older and I can get out to a Let's Battle event, I will see you there. And I look forward to that. I love meeting you all and just hanging out and having beer with you guys, which it's a good time. It's a good time. Anyhow, hope you all are doing wonderful. I'll catch you all later. Zoop out.